Hello, I'm Jim, and today I'm going to talk about using the integrated web service with the Saxtax desktop from Profit Developers Incorporated. This video shows how to set up the new web service to send and track returns created in Saxtax. Let's take a closer look at a corporation filing the Florida sales tax return. In this return, I'm filing the September sales tax a few days after the October 20th due date. When Saxtax validates the return, it guides me through the extra requirements to file a late return. Next, I select Setup, e-file transmission settings, and I can set up the integrated web service and the e-file interchange. E-file interchange, or EI for short, entered the market in 1995. PDI developed EI to bring additional filing and banking options to the tax preparation community. EI currently works on one local drive and provides report tracking options. The new integrated web service works across network drives and provides the same high-level options of EI. Saxtax 2016 can use both EI and the integrated web service to scalably meet tax preparation needs. The integrated web service directory is set up on the left, along with the user ID and password. And we also need to select the processing year. Our return is for 9/30/2015, so I select the 2015 processing year. And Saxtax lets us know that this is the active year for the web service. It is possible to continue using EI for some returns and the integrated web service for other returns. They can even process multiple return years and track them in one convenient list. The EI folder is set up in the right column. Next, I need to select which returns will be using the integrated web service. So as I go down to the processing year 2016 box here, I can enter yes for the Florida Department of Revenues. And then since I don't want to do the federal returns quite yet, I'm going to leave the federal returns to use EI. I uncheck these boxes accordingly. To save the changes, I click OK. To file it, I select e-file, transmit return, and we see that there is an error in the error log. Since this is a late return, Saxtax is reminding that the date filed must also be entered for late returns. After entering the date, Saxtax asks, do I want Saxtax to calculate the penalties, or do I want to manually enter it? In this case, I'll let Saxtax do the work. And we see the total here. The amount due with the return is $120. Repeating the steps, e-file, transmit return. This time we see the return validated correctly. I select continue. A final confirmation that $120 should be sent with a return. I select yes. And we see the test sales tax, Florida sales tax, period 9/30. And under the status, notice the status is blank. Also, hovering over the selected line, we have additional information about this particular return. To transmit the return, I select transmit. And we see we have a successful transmission. Since we know that the period is actually 9/30, I change this to 9/30, 15 up here, preview, and we limit the display to the file that we're processing. It normally takes a day or so for the Department of Revenue or the IRS to acknowledge the return. But in this case, I will go ahead and check to see if the status can be updated. And we see the status is now changed to ACK ED, or acknowledged by TA, the tax authority. So acknowledged by tax authority is what this particular abbreviation stands for. To review all the returns again, I put all periods, preview, and this is the time and the date this return was filed and acknowledged. There are also options to review status, selecting acknowledged by TA, preview, shows us the acknowledged returns. There are no errors. And I can either view them all by either having all of these unchecked or selecting the status button here, select them all, and preview displays all the returns with the blank status, which have not been transmitted. There are no returns being processed right now because all of these returns have been acknowledged. Also notice that in the return type column, we have the Florida unemployment, sales tax, the Florida E911 tax on cell phones, and solid waste. To look at the Florida sales tax only, we can preview those again. But in this case, we'll look at all returns. This concludes our quick introduction to using Saxtax web service. I hope you found this useful and you are on your way to using Saxtax to expand your payroll and tax preparation business. Thanks for watching.